I'm like, that doesn't add up.
You guys would wait out the
please remove any hats and remain standing for the national anthem and the alma mater, sung by members of the high school chorus.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Though days may bring some treasured memories true, our hearts and minds will always be with you. And as the years go swiftly gliding by, still you shall be our own Mount Markham High, our alma mater. We honor and praise you, cherish forever the white, gold, and blue.
Graduates, please be seated. I would like to welcome all of you to graduation commencement for the class of 2024. I would also like to welcome our distinguished faculty and administration. I'd like to begin the program by introducing the members of the Board of Education and our Superintendent of Schools. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Mr. James Kolzak, President. Ms. Cynthia Miller, Vice President. Mr. Thomas Huxtable. Ms. Jennifer Main. Mr. Philip Kassler. Mr. Robert Cross. Mrs. Kathleen Entwistle. And Mr. Joseph DePease, Superintendent. I'd like to recognize this year's district retirees who have provided many years of service to the district. If you are in the audience, please stand for recognition as I read your name. Miss Jody Krim, 21 years. Miss Beth Entwistle, 31 years. Mrs. Loretta Evans, 26 years. Mrs. Carol Hoover, 50 years. Miss Carrie Nelson, 26 years. Mrs. Linda Pontero, 19 years. And Mrs. Gail Pope, 25 years. Thank you for all your years of service to our district. You'll be greatly missed. At this time, please welcome a valedictorian for the class of 2024, Owen Allen, with his address to the class.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like you to imagine this. 10 friends pile into 2 rowboats. Sounds like the start to an old joke, but unfortunately for myself and others, it was not. Surrounded by the crisp blue waters and beautiful forests, we made our way out onto the water. We weren't planning on renting a rowboat, but I'm sure glad that we did. And honestly, we didn't think much of it. Paddle around the lake for 30 minutes, come back to shore, and then just pay the $10. It would be that easy. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it? We would buckle up our life jackets, hop on the boat, and then we would paddle out into the beautiful central New York waters, taking in all of the views. And then suddenly, our oar snaps in half. The only way to get back to shore would be to band our boats together and work collectively to get us all back safely. We took the chance to be on that boat, and I wish for you to see and take chances too. Wherever life takes you, always be on the lookout for the next best opportunity. Some of you may have taken the path of joining an athletic team, school play, or academic club, but now you've finished high school and you're finally done with all of your assignments. But this doesn't mean that our work is done. There are still so many opportunities ahead of you, whether that be college, the workforce, or the military, and whatever path you take, be the best. Experiences serve us well, and it is my hope that your personal experiences take you far, just as our paddling skills led us back to shore. Our experiences thus far are limited, but I'd like to reflect on a few. The time spent just taking a lap while procrastinating an assignment, going for a drive in the club car or tractor out to the land lab, writing a timed essay in English class, listening to Coy Wire on CNN 10, or forgetting to turn in our lab notebook on time. In whatever you do in life, gaining experience, no matter what it is of the utmost importance. And always be ready to expect the unexpected. We didn't anticipate the order break, but having an open mind about how we were going to get back to shore was the only thing that saved us. Never knowing if we were going to have a pop quiz or when the forum sign would be up kept us all on the edge of our seats. Life will always throw curveballs at you, and it is up to you to be prepared and adjust to any situation. Our society functions best when working with others. Without teamwork, there was no way we would have made it back to shore. All the group projects had a meaning to get us to collaborate and come together. While doing a group project in sociology class, the group dynamics ended up teaching us more about society than the actual assignment. But that's besides the fact. It's the nuances and social interactions that are the core of human spirit, which made our time in high school bearable. Without school, we would not have friends to just go out on a wing night, spend late night hours on a phone call, or just drive around aimlessly until we land on a friend's doorstep. And above all, you're never alone. There's always someone or something there to give you a helping hand, just like that second boat in the water. The teachers and staff were always there to help us with anything we needed, and I mean anything. Their kindness was a virtue. And to the parents and guardians and family and friends that pushed us through to the end, always making sure to keep us on track. Our support systems help us get to the end of our high school career. And as our time at Mount Markham comes to an end, I'd like to remind the class of 2024 to break an oar. Thank you, everyone.
I would like to thank some individuals and groups that worked very hard to make this evening a success. Chris Haar, George Gusky, and the high school custodial staff, Keith Williams, the buildings and grounds crew, Brian Madison, and all the transportation department. Sarah Robinson and Elena Brower, our senior class advisors. Jeff Parrow, guidance counselor. Tracy Palmer, guidance secretary. Beth Wilson, high school secretary. and Stone Road Farm and Flower Shop. The West Winfield Rescue Squad, parents and friends, thank you. This year, the class of 2024 has chosen Mrs. Courtney Moore as the guest speaker. At this time, please welcome Mrs. Courtney Moore.
Good evening, everyone. What an incredible day this is. I'm honored to not only be sharing in this celebration with you, but to be up here speaking to you all. As some of you may know, I'm also leaving this year with the class of 2024. I truly believe that I have the most amazing job in the world, and the only thing that could pull me away is my family. The time has come for me to hang up my whistle and to be there for my own kids. It's with a very heavy heart that I leave this community, but I'm so grateful to have been part of it for the last 16 years. When I was first asked to be the commencement speaker, I was shocked, honored, surprised, excited, and I gleefully accepted. And then a few minutes later, the reality sank in that I was going to have to get up in front of an entire community of people, and I thought to myself, well done, class of 2024. You have a great sense of humor, and you must have wanted to see me squirm and panic one last time before we're both done. Over the course of my years here, I've realized that kids love and respect someone who is real. So my speech isn't going to be some scholarly chat GPT speech. It's going to be a real speech from my heart, including the 10 most impactful lessons I've learned over my 16 years here at Mount Markham. Starting with number 10. Not everyone is going to like you, no matter what you do and how you act. So get used to it, and don't live to appease anyone else. The sooner you realize this, the happier you'll be. Number 9, be honest. I was told the reason I got hired here 16 years ago was because I was genuine and honest. I was asked a very difficult question during my interview. I was terrified to admit that I didn't know the answer. But I told the committee I wasn't familiar with it, that I would have to research it, but I still gave them my best guess. Because of my honesty and not trying to fake my way through that question, the committee admired that and knew I was going to be an employee they could hire. Number 8, it's okay to make mistakes. Learn to laugh at yourself while always trying to do better. Mistakes are inevitable, but failure is a choice. When, not if you fall, pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and move forward. Sometimes we feel like we need to be perfect, and mistakes are not an option. But life is messy and ugly at times. But it's how we learn and grow from those messy times that transform us into the amazing people we were meant to be. Number 7, work hard. You can work as hard as you can, and some people may not recognize, value, or appreciate your efforts. Work hard anyway. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Number 6, birds of a feather flock together. The company that you keep reflects your values, beliefs, and ultimately your morals. Let friends who make poor decisions go and become part of your past. Letting go of negativity raises you up to be the person that you were meant to be. Find your people. As you get older, you'll realize that life is a series of letting go to the things and to the people who no longer resonate with you. Number 5, seize opportunities, even if it's hard. Success comes to those who work for it. Say yes to the difficult things. They may be uncomfortable, but they will mold you into better human beings. Number 4, each one of you was born with your own unique talent and purpose. Figure out what yours is and share it with the world. All too often we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others and believing we have more shortcomings than we have talents. We're not all meant to look and do the same things, so find yourself and become the best version of you that you can be. Number 3, find your support system. For those who constantly show up, support you, and love you unconditionally, cherish them. This world can be tough, and at times it'll feel like it's beating you down. So whether it be the family, friends, or your teachers and support staff here at Mount Markham, we're always going to be here in your corner, rooting for you, and here if you ever need help. Number 2, don't be afraid. As this chapter ends and another one begins, I'm sure we're all being met with feelings of being scared, anxious, or nervous. However, don't let fear immobilize you. Take one step at a time, no matter how small that step is. And last but not least, number 1, be kind. As cliche as this may sound, it's truly one of the most important lessons you can learn. You never know what battles people are fighting or the baggage they carry around. And it wouldn't be a Mrs. Moore lesson without a story, so here we go. I was driving to work one morning this winter, and having a day, missing my girls, when a gentleman in a truck drove by me going in the opposite direction, and he waved. I was perplexed and confused. Do I know this guy? Does he think that I'm somebody else? But over the next several days, he continued to wave. One morning, we met right at the Four Corners at Babcock Hill, and he clearly saw who I was, and as he went through the intersection, he smiled and waved with purpose. With that simple act of kindness, he continues to brighten my mornings. I tell you this story to let you know that each and every one of you has the power to be kind and to make a positive impact on someone else's life. It could be holding the door open for someone, for giving someone a genuine compliment, or telling someone how much they mean to you. This world needs more kindness, especially from all of you. So it wouldn't be a true teaching moment without some homework. So your homework tonight is to tell someone that you value and appreciate them, whether it's on paper or in person. Tell someone you love and care for exactly how much they mean to you. Sometimes we're too hard and critical on ourselves, constantly striving to be the best, and quite frankly, it's just impossible to do it. So don't wait until the end of an era, or worse yet, waiting until it's too late. Let someone you love know how much you value them. A little note or token of appreciation goes a long way. I know this is something we often forget to do, so I'll start. Mr. DePease and Mr. Zampetti, thank you for understanding that family comes first and always being flexible and reasonable. To the Mount Markham community, I never truly understood the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, until I had children of my own. Thank you for allowing me to be part of molding and shaping these students into the amazing young adults they've grown to be. To my parents, thank you for your unwavering support throughout the years. To my husband and girls, thank you is not enough, but I love you more than anything and look forward to this next chapter with you. To my coworkers, thank you all for helping me grow as a person and as an educator, especially Steve. I'm glad you came up to the high school this year. Thank you for making my last year a great one. And Mary Lou, you mean more to me than I'll ever be able to explain. Thanks for being a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, and validating me when I needed it most. And finally, to the class of 2024, thank you for being understanding, flexible, and determined as we navigated the uncharted waters of COVID your freshman year and the years after. Today is not just a celebration of your academic success, but also of the incredible individuals you have become. You have grown into compassionate, responsible young adults, ready to take on the next chapter of your lives. The future is yours to shape, and I have every confidence you will make a positive impact on the world around you. One last thing before you get started with my homework assignment. I want you all to reach under your chair. I left you something. Reach under your chair. Not the audience, sorry. Just the graduates. It's right in the middle. It's $1. I want you to take this $1 and pay it forward in some way. Now you may be thinking, what am I going to buy with $1, Mrs. Moore? But don't worry about the quantity. It's a symbol. Let it sit in your wallet and serve as a reminder that each and every one of you holds the power to have a positive impact on the world around you. Whether it's complimenting someone, holding the door open, or making a perfect stranger feel seen. I put a heart on each $1 bill to let you know that I love and appreciate all of you, and I'm so proud of you. And let you know that you all hold the power to improve this world one act of kindness at a time. God bless you all.
We would like to recognize our seniors that have earned college credits. College Now is a concurrent enrollment program offered through Herkimer Community College, where students can earn college credits taught by high school teachers while also earning high school credits. The following students have earned at least one credit through the College Now program. Will those who earned at least one college credit please stand? be seated. Next, we would like to recognize our Clark Scholarship winners. The Clark Foundation has been privileged to award scholarships since 1961. Recipients are chosen by the Clark Foundation Scholarship Committee on the basis of not only academic achievement, but also for their leadership, character, loyalty to school and community. The Clark Foundation has awarded nearly $135 million to over 14,800 students over the past 60 years. The approximate award for this year's Mount Markham graduates from the Clark Foundation is $97,600. This represents awards of $3,200 to $8,000 for these 26 students. Please go out of your way to thank the Clark Foundation people in Cooperstown for their tremendous gift. As I read your name, please stand up. Please hold your applause until all the names have been read. This year's recipients of Clark Foundation scholarships are as follows: Owen Allen, Madeline Briggs, Matthew Bronson, Nathaniel Carroll, Alicia Delia, Bryant Denza, Sarah Edmonston, Lucas Entwistle, Haley Fitch, Kylie Howard, Caitlin Humphreyville, Madison Jones, Reagan Jones, Paige Karosik, Marissa Kolzak, Haley Lee, Cadence Loomis, Lana Mahar, Rebecca McClave, Haley Otis, Violet Off, Trissa Palmer, Cassandra Siega, Alan Vanderbeck, Connor Ward, and Wyatt Young. Congratulations on being awarded a Clark Foundation Scholarship. You may be seated. I would like to introduce to you a valedictorian for the class of 2024, Nathaniel Carroll.
Good evening. Today is not only a day of celebration, but a day of gratitude. I would like to thank every parent, friend, relative, foundation, organization, and every other person that came to witness and support the people of this special occasion. Each and every graduate here will receive a diploma marking the completion of their high school education. And although we are here first and foremost to acknowledge the personal achievements of the students, I find it duly important to recognize the people along the way who have reassured, taught, and uplifted our class of 2024. For many students here today, the pursuance of this education may have been nothing more than an obligation. However, the path to receive this honor has been a labor of love, born of hard work and persistence. On that journey, we've made a handful of friends, discovered passions, and other things about ourselves that we may not have known before. I know that when you are committed to a task, you alone choose how you handle it, and whether to love or hate it. And it is my hope that regardless of what future opportunity or challenge we may face, that those struggles are met with a passion and confidence that is ours and ours alone. So congratulations, class of 2024. Today we recognize all we have accomplished and all that we have yet to become. Tomorrow we will consider what next there is to achieve and what more there is for us to be. Years ago we arrived here as directionless and sometimes naive children, and now we leave just a little wiser and a little more keen and hopeful for what is yet to come.
Mr. Robert Bob Charles Wheeler, class of 1959. Those who know Robert Wheeler often use the words service and commitment to describe this year's honoree. Bob represented Mount Markham from its pre-merger days. He was a 1959 graduate of West Winfield Central School. After completing his studies at Syracuse University in 1963, Bob became a pilot in the U.S. Air Force, and his military service included 2 years in Vietnam. He went on to earn a Distinguished Flying Cross and the Air Medal, both presented for extraordinary aerial achievements and service beyond the call of duty. After receiving an honorable discharge from the military in 1969, he continued his career as a pilot by flying with Delta Airlines for 32 years and served as a flight instructor for 8 years in Delta's training program. Bob's spirit of dedication and service carried over into his personal life as well. He spent many years in the 1980s and 90s as the board president of the Hanover West Homeowners Association in Georgia, and later president of the Rental Association at his condominium in Florida. He co-founded the Hanover West swim team and served on the team committee for 15 years, earning a dedication award from the team in 1995. He served on vestry and as a senior warden for the churches he attended in Georgia. Beyond his professional and community work, he was dedicated to his family and loyal to his friends. He served as a role model, leader, and mentor to those around him at a young age, interviewing new neighborhood children in West Winfield to join pickup basketball games to ensure they felt welcome in his hometown. One of his nominators wrote, "Through his actions and attitude, he made people feel good about themselves. He instilled self-confidence in others." We are honored to induct Robert Wheeler into the Mount Markham Hall of Fame. Accepting on Bob's behalf is his brother, Brad Wheeler.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I'm pinch hitting for my brother. He's unable to attend, but he would like me to say this and what to address the community. He said, first of all, I would like to thank the Mount Markham Hall of Fame for bestowing this honor today, and to thank my brother Brad for nominating me for this award. In a greater sense, I need to thank the entire West Winfield community for laying a strong foundation for character development while I was still a young boy. I look back today and reflect on the people and organizations that helped shape my future. I want to thank the teachers and coaches that taught me discipline and fair play, the Boy Scout leaders that taught me about duty and honor, and the church youth leaders that taught me about love and respect. You gave generously, asking for nothing in return, and hoping that some of the lessons would take root. So again, I say thank you. Later in life, as these lessons began to mature, I found that the road to success is filled with challenges. The virtues I learned as a boy provided me a code of conduct that would stay with me as years went by. Discipline and respect often made difficult choices easier to make. Life is about making good decisions and taking one step at a time. This acquired skill starts early in life and needs family, friends, and teachers who are loving, well-intended, and dedicated. I was surrounded by such a group of people growing up in West Winfield and will be forever indebted to them. Thank you.
And now, a word from our superintendent, Mr. Joe DePease.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Mount Markham Central School District and Board of Education, thank you for being here tonight to celebrate one of life's greatest milestones. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2024. Seniors, this is a momentous occasion, one that marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It's not lost on any of us that you spent most of your junior and senior high years learning during a global pandemic. You had to overcome unique and incredibly difficult obstacles to make it to this day. High school is challenging for most of us, even under the best of circumstances. It's a time not just of rigorous academic growth, but also of social and psychological growth. The fact that you not only managed to make it through such a challenging time, but thrived in the face of it is truly remarkable. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you for your hard work, your resilience, and determination. To our faculty and staff, we owe you a debt of gratitude. You were the guiding lights who helped illuminate the path towards their social, emotional, and academic success. Your partnership of trust with the families of these graduates have created an environment of collaboration and mutual respect. Thank you for your unwavering support. To our parents and families, you are the pillars of strength that provided a stable foundation for their success. Your encouragement, guidance, and unconditional love played a pivotal role in shaping these students into the successful young men and women they are today. Thank you for your loving guidance, encouragement, and steadfast belief in their potential. Graduates, as you embark on the next chapter of your lives, I'd like to offer a few pieces of advice. First, never stop learning and never stop being a student. Some of you will move on to college, others will be entering the trades or the workplace, and others will serve our great country in the United States Armed Forces. The world is constantly changing, and most will be willing to adapt and grow. Regardless of your decisions in life, I hope that all of you will continue to be lifelong learners, willing to learn and grow in whatever setting you are in. All of you will begin a new chapter in your lives, and yet all of you share a similar story. As students, now alumni of the Mount Markham Central School District. Second, never give up on your dreams. You have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to, as long as you're willing to work hard and persevere. The stories of your lives as they continue to unfold will bring good times and hard times, achievements and defeats, opportunities and missed connections. But your time at Mount Markham will have prepared you for everything you will face in life. And finally, always remember where you came from. This school, this community, the people that have supported you along the way will always be a part of who you are. Remember to thank them. To close, I'm going to share a story with you about a man by the name of Captain Charles Plum. Similar to the remarkable service and heroism of our newest Hall of Fame inductee, Air Force Captain Bob Wheeler, Charles Plum was a U.S. Navy Top Gun fighter jet pilot during the Vietnam War. On his 75th combat mission over Vietnam, Plum's plane was hit by a surface-to-air missile. Before his plane crashed, he ejected and parachuted into enemy territory. He was quickly captured and spent 6 years as a prisoner of war in an 8x8 cell deep in the Vietnamese jungle. He was lucky enough to survive the ordeal and was eventually returned home to his family after the war. One day, many years after this incident, Plum and his wife were sitting in a restaurant, and out of the corner of his eye, he kept noticing this guy sitting at another table, kept staring at him. He ignored him, but he kept staring at him. And as the night went on, eventually this man got up and walked over to him and said, "You're Plum." He looked at him, he goes, "Yes, indeed, I am." He goes, "You were you flew fighter jets in Vietnam from the aircraft carrier Kitty Hawk. You were shot down behind enemy lines and spent 6 years as a POW." Somewhat astonished, Plum replied, "How in the world did you know all that?" The guy looked at him and said, "Because I was the guy that packed your parachute." Plum was dumbfounded and speechless. The best he could do was stand up and shake the man's hand with enthusiasm and gratitude. Without hesitation, the man pumped his hand back with a big smile and said, I guess it worked. Plum replied, well, indeed it did, my friend, and I must tell you that I said a lot of prayers and thanks for your nimble fingers. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be alive today. The man really wasn't interested in the compliment. He responded instantly with a question. Were all the panels there? Plum replied, well, to be honest with you, no. Out of the 18 panels that were supposed to be in the parachute, I only had 15 good ones. But that wasn't your fault. I ejected from that F-4 Phantom fighter jet at 600 knots and close to the ground. That's what tore the panels from the parachute. But let me ask you something, sir. Do you keep track of all the parachutes you packed and think about all the lives that you have saved throughout the years? The man replied to him, no, I don't think too much about that. It's enough gratification for me just to know that I served. Plum couldn't sleep that night. Thinking about the man, he kept wondering what he looked like in his Navy uniform. He wondered how many times he might have seen him and not even said good morning, how are you, or anything. You see, Plum was a proud Top Gun fighter, a jet jockey. And this guy, well, he was just an enlisted sailor whose job was to stand at a long wooden table deep in the bowels of the ship, carefully weaving the shrouds and folding the silks of each parachute, holding in his hands each time the fate of someone he didn't know. This man's dedication to service ultimately saved Plum's life. So, seniors, I have a very important question for you. Who's packing your parachutes? You see, the success and survival of Captain Plum was not solely dependent on his skills and bravery, but on the dedication and meticulous work of those who supported him from behind the scenes. Captain Plum needed many different kinds of parachutes when his plane was shot down over enemy territory. He needed a physical parachute, but he also needed a mental parachute, an emotional parachute, and a spiritual parachute. He needed all these parachutes to survive the circumstances that life had thrown his way. You see, we all have parachute packers in our lives. Those who silently contribute to our successes. Family members who offer unwavering love and support, mentors who guide us and challenge us, and friends who cheer us along the way. Sometimes the daily challenges that life gives us, we miss what's really important. We may fail to smile, say hello, please, and thank you. Congratulate someone on something wonderful that has happened to them. Give a compliment, or just do something nice for no reason. Who helps you to be mindful? Who energizes you? Who challenges you to be your best self? Who has your back and helps you to get through the tough times and challenges of life? Often, all too often, as with Plum and the man who packed his parachute, those individuals are metaphorically, if not actually, invisible to us. So seniors, remember this story as you move on to the next chapter in your life, and don't forget to recognize and thank the people that have packed your parachutes along the way. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2024.
The following student has made a commitment to serve our country via the military service. Please stand as I call your name. Santria Mayton, United States Marine Corps. I would like to begin by thanking the class of 2024 for providing me with a rewarding professional experience. Being a high school principal enables me to be part of your life growing up. and I cherish those moments, and I hope I did you justice. For 4 years, you attended classes, learned math, science, learned such topics as cultural diffusion, your role as a citizen in the country, studied the English language so you can understand human nature and express yourself, learned about different cultures. Some of you even learned to speak a different language. And those are wonderful things, and the staff is phenomenal at teaching them. Along the way, you learn some other things as well. Some life lessons. And I do not mean follow the reasonable request of an adult. Although that one worked for you the last 4 years. So here are some of those lessons. Hard work is a necessity. Success is usually preceded by hard work. Respecting other humans is what society is built on. And I'm sure you've heard me say this numerous times. We all do not have to like each other. In fact, we will not all like each other. But every human being deserves to be themselves and make their own decisions. And they deserve a certain amount of respect just because they're human. Crappy things happen to good people. Disappointments are a thing. Nothing we can do about them. But we decide how we react to them. The struggle is real, but needed. We all struggle at times. We all grow from those struggles. Sometimes we need help with the struggle, and that's okay. Those struggles lead to growth. And finally, kindness makes us feel good, whether we are giving it or receiving it. It just warms our heart. Look no further than one of your own. Haley Fitch has a famous quote, "You are a great person." There were shirts and sweatshirts made. Those shirts make you feel good, whether we're being told we're a great person or we're the person telling someone they're great. That is a great life lesson and one we should remember for a long time. Class of 2024, thank you again for all you've done here at Mount Markham. Take those life lessons, go out, and be the great person you're capable of being. Before I present the candidates with their diplomas, I call upon our Board of Education President, Mr. Jay Kolzak, to please come forward. I didn't see the oldest one. I certify that the members of the graduating class of 2024 have met all state and local requirements necessary to receive their high school diplomas.
Would row 1 please stand? Owen James Allen. Nathaniel Carroll. Reagan K. Jones. Paige Elizabeth Karosek. Caitlin Francis Humphreyville. Madeline Anna Briggs. Alessia Maria Delia. Bryant Denza. Haley Lynn Fitch. Kylie Melissa Howard. Madison J. Jones. Marissa J. Kalzak. Haley Louise Lee. Rebecca Ann McClave. Haley Marie Otis. Trissa Lynn Ann Palmer. Row 1, please be seated.
Would row 2 please stand? Mia Ann Walker. Wyatt John Young. Alexander Abanatha. Elijah Assisi. Emily Marie Baker. Douglas Barton Jr. Brandon Battisti. Gavin M. Beardsley. Kendall L. Benedict. Cassandra Benjamin. Paige Burbrick.
Love you.
Olivia Rose Bevins. Joshua Bowie. Isaiah Boyko. Matthew Bronson. Daniel Brudsky. Row 2, please be seated.
Would row 3 please stand? Brooke A. Champagne. Shelby Ray Clark. Zachary T. Congdon. Owen Michael Cooley. Virginia Elizabeth Culver. Justin Doms. Connor Davenport. Thomas James Doremus. Nicole Doyle. Sarah E. Edmondson. Brianna Edson. Lucas X. Entwistle. Devin Richard Foley. Curtis P. Francisco. Brad L. Gastrom. Row 3, please be seated.
Would row 4 please stand? Colin W. Giamella. William Ingalls. Emma Johnson. Dominic J. Jones. Jesse R. Camp. Cadence Riley Loomis. Thomas H. Medeiros III. Noah P. Maggio.
Never thought you'd get here.
Lana Raz Mahar. Alexandra Lee Marsala. Santria S. Mayton. Savannah Elizabeth McConnell. Caitlin Grace Uning McKenzie. Christian McNair. Tyler McNair. Adam J. Miller. Row 4, please be seated.
Would row 5 please stand? Morgan Quinn O'Brien. Scott Lyndon Odell. Mark S. Raposo. Cora Nicole Ritzel. Jacob Senko. Cassandra Siega. Trevor Sweeting. Delana Lucille Turns. Tyler Thompson. Kira Riley Treen. Ryan Treen. Alan Vanderbeck. Andrea Voss Merritt. Connor Joseph Ward. Danielle Alyssa Williams. Cheyenne M. Williams. Row 5, please be seated.
Would the graduates please stand? You may turn your tassels to the left. It is now my privilege to officially present the graduating class of 2024.